Stephanie White. Stephanie White gets a technical foul. Stephanie White getting a technical foul in the game, which they are up by 23 points. Caitlin Clark clapping it up. Everybody in the venue, we're clapping it up. Oh, it feels good.
Stephanie White. Stephanie White gets a technical foul. Stephanie White again. A technical foul in the game, which they are up by 23 points. Caitlin Clark clapping it up. Everybody in the venue, we're clapping it up. Oh, it feels good, folks. When the Indiana Fever stepped onto the court Thursday night against the Las Vegas Aces, nobody expected what was about to unfold.
Situation dealing with these referees, dog. Now, we know the Indiana Fever pulled out and got the dub yesterday over the Las Vegas Aces, pretty much holding them under 60 points. And I'm here to tell you, dog, that did not come without controversy, bro.
What started as a regular season game quickly turned into another episode of WNBA referee incompetence, and this time, the whole world was watching. Tell you, bro, we have another situation dealing with these referees, dog. Now we know the Indiana Free pulled out and got the dump yesterday over the Las Vegas Aces, pretty much holding them under 60 points. And I'm here to tell you, dog, that did not come without controversy, bro. We know every single game the WNBA referees is simply a disgrace, and we have another case of that. The Fever absolutely demolished the Aces 81-54, snapping a brutal 16-game losing streak that had haunted them since 2019. But the real story, the refs tried their best to gift wrap this game for Asia Wilson and her squad.
I didn't realize how bad it was until today. I'm not gonna lie. I did not realize how bad it was until today. Like, I was seeing constant tweets put out over the last day, and even some of them where it was like, it's mostly the one where Stephanie...
And it still wasn't enough. What we witnessed was the WNBA's biased officiating finally getting exposed wide open for all to see when the Indiana Fever refused to let corrupt calls determine their fate. I didn't realize how bad it was until today. I'm not going to lie. I did not realize how bad it was until today. Like, I was seeing constant tweets put out over the last day, and even some of them where it was like, it's mostly the one where Stephanie White ended up having to get teed up, where it was literally like the rules of basketball are being changed. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Asia Wilson's special whistle. Throughout the entire game, Wilson was getting calls that would make even the most generous referee blush.
Player to show up, well, the only players to show up for the Las Vegas Aces was Asia Wilson, the WNBA referees, and Kathy Engelbert. Now, why Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner? Because, well, she won't.
The MVP treatment was on full display as she made 13 trips to the foul line. That's only 4 fewer than the entire Indiana Fever roster. Think about that for a second. One player got nearly as many free throw attempts as an entire team. If that doesn't scream favoritism, I don't know what does. The only players to show up for the Las Vegas Aces was Asia Wilson, the WNBA referees, and Kathy Engelberg. Now, why Kathy Engelberg, the commissioner? Because, well, she won't do anything about the officiating in this league. And it's kind of funny. I seem to remember some players talking about a special whistle last year. The only player that I could see that's truly got a special W whistle is Asia Wilson. My God, you're never beating these allegations. No wonder you put up whatever it is. 23 points a game, 25 points a game.
For some players talking about a special whistle last year? Question mark? The only player that I could see that's truly got a special whistle is Asia Wilson. My God.
During the third quarter, we witnessed what fans are calling the most blatant example of referee bias in recent memory. Lexie Hall had successfully boxed out Wilson and grabbed a defensive rebound. A textbook basketball play that happens dozens of times every game. But Wilson, not content with being outplayed, decided to grapple Hull from behind, literally jumping on top of her and trying to snatch the ball away. Ref is a disgrace to the uniform. This right in front of her. Right in front of her, bro. At what point do we consider and study bias in referees? Many Fever fans were not happy when they seen this. I mean, when they seen she was referencing. So,
is on the end line. And by the way, it was a soft foul, but it was a foul. So Michaela Timpson is on the sideline, and she's kind of trying to get her balance. She's on one leg.
I'm guessing this referee has been dropping the ball. Watch this, guys. The drive gets inside, floats it up, shot. Wilson, it looks like over-the-back jump ball. Well, literally Sophie wanted an over-the-back call for Wilson. Any competent referee would have called this what it was, a clear over-the-back foul on Wilson. Instead, these corrupt officials had the audacity to call it a jump ball. Even the broadcasters couldn't hide their shock at this ridiculous call. Fans on social media exploded with outrage, with one writing, "Asia Wilson is the most privileged player in the WNBA. This is textbook over the back on Lexie Hall. But the league loves Asia and the Aces, so the refs call a jump ball." 29 points, a huge game from Asia Wilson. The rest of her team didn't show up. 13 foul shots. She had 13 foul attempts. Look at the rest of the team. I mean, that didn't, and nobody on the "are you kidding me?" When it comes to the Indiana Fever, the referees are looking in the opposite direction. Nobody had more than 4 foul attempts. Asia Wilson, 11 of 13. No wonder she scored 29 points.
A little bit off balance, trying to get her balance. Asia Wilson just comes in and knocks her over. Like, did Asia Wilson hit her hard? No. Did Asia Wilson hit her hard? No. But it's like, and the referees rightfully called the foul, and somehow, I mean this,
if you are enjoying, please subscribe. What we're seeing here isn't just bad officiating. It's a systematic pattern of protecting certain players while targeting others. The WNBA has created a two-tiered system where players like Asia Wilson can do whatever they want on the court without consequence, while teams like the Indiana Fever have to overcome both their opponents and the referee. Wilson was quite literally grappling with Hall.
Technical foul late in the game, just frustrations kind of boiling over. It seemed like Caitlin and the players got fired up and enjoyed it a little bit.
Yeah, well, I don't know about frustrations boiling over as more to just like making a point. Caitlin said she got me, though.
By the fourth quarter, with the Fever already leading by 23 points, Indiana head coach Stephanie White had seen enough. The refs had been allowing questionable plays all game, giving Wilson every possible advantage while ignoring clear fouls against her players. When the officials continued their biased officiating, even in garbage time, White finally exploded. The veteran coach charged toward the nearest official, gesturing emphatically and demanding accountability for the calls that weren't being made. The referee, apparently tired of being called out for their incompetence, slapped White with a technical foul. But here's the beautiful part. Instead of backing down, White doubled down on her message. "I don't know about frustrations boiling over as more to just like making a point," White said after the game. She wasn't just venting. She was making a statement that this kind of biased officiating wouldn't be tolerated anymore, and her players loved every second of it. The technical foul at the late in the game, just frustrations kind of boiling over.
Referees were starting to get on the side of the Aces. They were trying to wheel the Aces back in, and Lexie stepped in and sort of killed it. Kelsey Mitchell never took her foot off the gas tonight.
It seemed like Caitlin and the players got fired up and enjoyed a little bit. Yeah. Well, I don't know about frustrations boiling over as more to just like making a point. Caitlin said she got me though, so she just got a bonus. The moment that perfectly encapsulated this entire mess was Caitlin Clark's reaction to her coach's technical foul. Despite being sidelined with a groin injury, Clark jumped out of her seat the instant the tech was called, clapping and cheering like her team had just won the championship. She immediately walked over to White and gave her a celebratory high five, making it clear that she was 100% behind her coach's decision to call out the refs. The cameras caught Clark mouthing, "FYA," while continuing to clap, showing the kind of passion and fire that makes her special. Caitlin said, "She's got me though," White said with a grin. "She just got a bonus."
This is the best thing I've seen from Stephanie White all season long. Right here, she was aggravated by the refs already, and in the fourth quarter, 5:35 left, Stephanie White lost.
The reference to Clark's Commissioner's Cup earnings showed just how united this team has become in the face of biased officiating. Like I said, the referees were starting to get on the side of the Aces. They were trying to wheel the Aces back in, and Sophie Lexie stepped in and sort of killed it. Kelsey Mitchell never took her foot off the gas tonight. By the way, this is the best thing I've seen from Stephanie White all season long. Right here, she was aggravated by the refs already. And in the fourth quarter, 5:35 left, Stephanie White lost her seconds on the sideline. She lost her... Wait, and let me just play this right here. Roll it. And she's going to... You see her just losing it up here. losing it, and she got teed up right there, and Caitlin Clark loved it. Despite all the referee favoritism toward Wilson and the Aces, the Indiana Fever refused to let corrupt officiating determine their fate. They came out with a defensive intensity that was absolutely suffocating, holding the Aces to just 26% shooting from the field.
Lost her shit. And let me just play this right here, roll it.
Lost that lead late.
And she gonna, you see her just losing it up here. Losing it. And she got teed up right there.
This wasn't just good defense. It was a statement that no amount of referee assistance was going to save Las Vegas. Kelsey Mitchell led the charge with 25 points, while Aaliyah Boston added 20 in a performance that showcased the Fever's depth and talent. The first half was particularly brutal for Las Vegas. After Wilson's hot start, the rest of the Aces managed just 2 of 18 shots while committing 10 turnovers. The Fever built a commanding 46-24 halftime lead with a 25-7 run to close the half, shooting an incredible 64% and missing only 2 shots in the second quarter. They really put it on right here. You can see 24 points in the first half for the Aces. I mean, seriously, for the Aces. Points in the paint. 38-20. I mean,
got a favorable whistle in the second half, but it is what it is. Superstars get the whistle. Unless your name is, 29 points for A'ja Wilson, 3 boards, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 9 for 18 from the field goal.
It was a dominant win by the Indiana Fever. Las Vegas fans came into this game expecting a completely different outcome. With Caitlin Clark sidelined and the Fever's recent struggles, many thought this would be the perfect opportunity for A'ja Wilson to put on a masterclass performance. Instead, they witnessed their supposedly elite team get absolutely embarrassed on both ends of the court. Wilson finished with 29 points on 9 of 18 shooting, but the rest of her teammates combined for just 25 points on 7 of 43 shooting. No other Aces player scored more than 6 points in one of the most lopsided team performances in recent memory. Even with all the favorable calls and free throw attempts, Wilson couldn't carry her team to victory. The Aces' offensive struggles were so severe that they managed just 54 points, their lowest total of the season. Their 17 turnovers and inability to create good shots exposed just how dependent they've become on favorable officiating to compete at the highest level. A'ja Wilson, she got a favorable whistle in the second half. But it is what it is. Superstars get the whistle. Unless your name is, 29 points for A'ja Wilson.
Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Dana Evans, 1 for 10, Dana Evans. Oh my goodness. Aaliyah Nye, 1 for 5. Nalissa Smith, 1 for 6.